So next I am starting with Bessel's inequality. It states that for an orthonormal basis B in an inner product space, if for a vector beta, beta is a general vector from V, this inequality holds. It is the inner product of this random element with this orthonormal basis, and its no mod square is less than or equal to norm of beta square. So in order to prove this inequality, we will consider a vector gamma, which is beta minus summation I from 1 to m, inner product of beta with alpha I into alpha I. Now let us see what will be norm of gamma square. So this is inner product with gamma with itself. So beta minus summation I from 1 to m, inner product of beta with alpha I into alpha I, minus I from 1 to m, inner product of beta with alpha j's. I'm changing this in order to differentiate these two vectors into alpha j. So inner product of beta with beta minus now look, I'm taking inner product of this term with beta. So this complete term will go out of the inner product since it is in the first variable, and we know inner product is linear in the first variable, so we will be left with alpha I from here and beta from here. Now next I am considering inner product of this beta with this term. Now here this summation is this constant term, it is with the second coordinate, so it will come out as a conjugate transpose. So summation j from 1 to m beta with alpha j, so the conjugate will come here. Why? Because now I am taking inner product of beta with this second term, and the constants come out as conjugate from the second term, into what we will left with inner product of this beta with this alpha j, plus now inner product of these two terms. Observe, from the first term this constant, this will came as such, but from the second term it will come out as a conjugate transpose, and I'll write one more summation here only. So now what we will be left with from here, we will left with alpha I inner product with alpha j. Okay, now look at this basis. This basis is a orthonormal set. No, sorry for calling it basis, it is an orthonormal set. So inner product of each element with any other element will always be 0, and inner product with itself it will be 1. That is, inner product of alpha I with alpha I will be 1, but inner product of alpha I with some alpha j when I is not equal to j, that will be 0. So this term would go. So we will be left with, from the first term, isn't it norm of beta square, and this term I'm writing it as summation I from 1 to m inner product of beta with alpha I, and this is inner product of beta with alpha I with beta. Can I write it as inner product of beta with alpha I conjugate? This term I have written like this. Similarly, look at this term, and this is already j from 1 to m beta with alpha j conjugate. This is beta with alpha j, so I will write it as beta with alpha j only. Then this will become mod of beta with alpha j inner product. This will become mod of beta with alpha I inner product. This term has already become 0 due to this thing. So we are having norm of beta square minus summation I from 1 to m mod of beta with alpha I square minus summation I from 1 to m mod of beta with alpha I square. Alright. Sorry, I made bit a mistake. I wrote all the terms as 0. Only the terms where I is not equal to j, those will become 0. But the terms where I is equal to j, they will not vanish. They will remain 1 because of this property. So I have to write this term for I is equal to j. So this term will be I from 1 to m. Now I can replace I with j only. So inner product of beta with alpha I norm mod square. We have beta with alpha I into beta with alpha I now, because I is equal to j. It's conjugate, so this will become mod of beta, inner product of beta with alpha I mod square. So this term is also here as beta with alpha I into beta with alpha I conjugate. Alright, I from 1 to m. Now there is no difference between I and j. You can replace all the i's with j's. So these two would go. So we have now norm of gamma square is equal to norm of beta square minus summation I from 1 to m beta with alpha I square. And look, this is norm of beta square. This is summation of inner product of beta with alpha is mod square. This I'm saying this is always positive. Why? Because this norm, it can never be negative, it is always positive. So this term is positive. So from here, if I take this term on the other side, I will have norm of beta square greater than or equal to this term on the other side, I from 1 to m. This is, I think, the Bessel's inequality is done. Now for the case of equality, I will say it will follow whenever okay, see, when this norm of gamma square will be 0, it will be 0 only when gamma is 0. So when gamma is 0 from here, then you will obviously obtain beta is equal to this term, and the case of equality will be following from there.